Hey everyone, how is it going? So today, we have our Q&A answer video, literally like over a week later than it was supposed to come out, but, you know, as I explained in my last progress video, my internet happened, is all I can say. My internet happened, so, yeah, I mean, let's just get right into it. I'm pretty excited. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Some of you guys asked questions directed towards my parents, and I couldn't get them to answer them. They were just uncomfortable with it. However, I did manage to sneak in one exclusive interview with Mammal. Please, I just need to ask you a question. I need to ask you a few questions.
Okay.
What's your opinion on Bodhi?
On what?
Bodhi.
What's Bodhi?
Is he a ginger or not?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Just, is he a ginger or not?
Yeah.
Thank you. Alright, first question. Would you post any other games, such as Borderlands, so on and so forth? I'm not going to read the whole question, by the way, on these. I'll, like, summarize them so you get the main point. Anyway, would you post any other games? Potentially. The only ones that I would probably like to do would be, like, the horror games, you know, like, Outlast, stuff like that. Because those are so fun to watch. Like, it doesn't even matter if you watch, like, PewDiePie or my dumbass. Like, it doesn't even matter. Like, everybody enjoys watching people get scared while playing video games. So, potentially, I guess. Would I make a second channel, however? No. The thing is, with second channels, it's like, if, you know, you have a ton of subscribers, like, people like Smosh, I swear, I think they have like 8 channels, and that's cool. Like, if you have that many subscribers, by all means, just make a whole damn YouTube tree, but when you're, you know, 20k subscribers, it's just, there's just no point, because even though 20k seems like a lot, if you make a second channel, I guarantee you not that many are going to go over, and it's just like, it feels like a waste of time, really. So, I mean, it is fun, but realistically, would I make a second channel? Nah. How does your lamp feel about being used on live streams as a prostitute? Oh, my lamp? Oh, this? Oh, it loves it. It loves the attention. Don't you? Okay, no one asked this question on the actual comments, but I know someone's gonna ask now, so yes, this is a Star Wars blaster. Since you are a stretch 3 in basketball, do you score more in the paint or on the outside? Okay, so this one, I'll just short answer outside. Reason why, first of all, I'm only 6 feet tall. Now, even in like the shitty, awful teams of North Dakota, 6 feet tall is still not tall enough, okay? So, I get in the paint, I'm like, oh yeah, pfft. Like 5 minutes later, blah, 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 pfft. Now I just get mad, and I'm just like, fucking, I'm staying out here. That's the best way I can explain it. Are you first string in football, and are you on special teams? Yes, I start on varsity. I start at center and D-tackle, and I am on kick return and punt return. What was Duradel's reaction to me getting 20k subscribers? Here's a true story. Some of the Jagex mods, they actually watch my streams pretty closely, and they know that I like Duradel. They watch my videos, and they know that I have like a Duradel thing. So here's the thing: the day I hit 20k subs, I'm not fucking kidding, one of the Jagex mods teleported like next to me as the Duradel NPC and said, "Congrats on 20k subs." I'm just kidding. That was. I mean, honestly though, if I didn't tell you that I was kidding, that's fairly believable, so. No, Duradel was pretty cool with it. Can you dunk a basketball? Who is your favorite Pokemon? Oh boy, here we go. So, this one's easy. I've always had this as my favorite Pokemon. And I'm going to give you some very cool reasons why. And I know at least someone is going to agree with me. So my favorite Pokemon is Blastoise, right? And you're like, some of you are like, I'm just a big-ass turtle. No, here's the thing. He's got cannons on his back, okay? Like, I could, for example, go on live streams and talk for 2 hours about me being, like, this racist bigot who once raped a small child, and if I had cannons on my back, no one would even say anything. They'd just be like, yeah, good point, alright. That's simple enough, Blastoise. What do my parents think of me doing YouTube? I might ask them this later on. It's like 11 o'clock and my parents are kind of old, so they've probably been in bed for like the past 4 hours, so I might ask them this later. But for my perception is that they think it's cool. They think it's awesome. They still don't take it very, very seriously though. Like sometimes, like I'll be like, I want to do this, I want to get this done, and my mom's like screaming at me about how I need to get more sleep, and I'm just like, Mom, I got it. It's cool. Like I want to do this. Like it's okay. I know. It's cool. So they think it's cool, but at the same time they don't necessarily support it because I don't, it's not exactly the most healthy lifestyle choice between school, sports, and trying to do YouTube. It's a very busy schedule. My mom is very concerned, but I'm just like, you need to chill, Mom. It's cool. But that's pretty much what they think. Overall, I think it's pretty cool. But then again, they don't like certain aspects of it. Do you prefer the 2007 version of the game or the 2010/2012 era? This is a hard one because I really enjoy 2007. I think, the way that they currently have 2007 set up with all the updates and stuff, I really do like it. It's great. I really enjoy it. But at the same time, back in, I don't know, 2011, 2012, like pre-EOC, I really loved playing the game. Like, I just remember getting my first chaotic was a chaotic longsword. Everybody was like, get a chaotic rapier, and I was like, suck my bows, and I got a chaotic longsword, which obviously we all know was a worse decision because rapier was better. But I did what I wanted, and I really enjoyed it, and all I did was boss back then. It was like bossing for bank, but that's like all I did, so I really enjoyed the game back then. I had a lot of fun with it, but don't get me wrong, I love 2007, so that's a hard one to answer, but overall I would go with the 2010 through 2012 era, I guess. Do you smoke weed? Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. I do not smoke anything. I don't smoke weed or cigarettes. Stay in school, kids. Have you lost your virginity? If so, tell us the story. Okay, I have. So, here we go. I've known this person pretty much my entire life. I've always been really close to this person. I mean, it almost feels as if they've been attached to me my whole life. It's really weird. It's just like that. And so one day, I asked this person. I said, "Can we do it?" And they're like, "Okay." And so they just did the work, and that was it. Did you ask your prom date out? Okay, so this is actually kind of a decently long story, so here we go. One night, me and two of my friends, guy friends, and then two other girlfriends. So there was 5 of us total. The girls went on a walk, and we were just chilling. We've had a few beverages, okay, naturally. And, we were having a discussion, a rather deep discussion, one that most likely would not occur unless we had a few beverages. Now, my friend is dating my prom date's like best friend. It's like cool. They're awesome, and like it's a total friend basis, right? And in this deeper talk, I was like, man, I don't think she likes me. She's like trying to like blow me off earlier and all this, and she was, and I could tell, and I was just like, no, I'm not gonna ask her. It's cool, it's cool. So my friend was like, oh yeah. Since he's like dating her best friend, he's like, oh, I'll just ask her in the morning. I'll text her, and I was like, oh yeah, that's a great idea. Horrible idea. Okay, so text her in the morning. Now, my friend's girlfriend, she didn't mess around. She saw her that night, and she just, do you like him? And she was like, no. And my friend tells me this like a week later, like a week after this happened. He tells me that she did this, and I was just like, so I text her, I'm like, what are you doing? Why would you just ask? And, well, I guess at the end of the day, I was just like, you really dropped the ball, you know that? You messed up, but it's okay. It's cool. The friend zone happens. I mean, we're still like friends and all, it's great, it's awesome, but shed a single tear for thine brother in the friend zone. On the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, I have, and I'm going to put it at the end of this video. It's pretty funny. When and how did you start RuneScape? I started playing in 2006, more specifically in October. The reason why I remember this is because the October event was going on, and this is the year that you got the jack-o'-lantern and the skeleton suit. And to get the jack-o'-lantern, you didn't have to do much. You had to just like chop down these roots and then hand it in, and you got your jack-o'-lantern. But in order to get the skeleton the skeleton suit, you had to like suck up these colored ghosts. And I was 9 years old, and I was just like I didn't get it at all. So I have a jack-o'-lantern mask, but not the skeleton suit, which is how I always remember. How did I start? My older brother played. So, naturally, because he's like 4 years older than me, I was like, if he plays, this is cool. As a 9-year-old, so that's how I started. This person has multiple questions. So, number 1, would you ever do a PK challenge series, such as get 250 kills? That would take like 4 years, so no. Okay, next one. Would you ever do something like a road to AGS? Okay, in case you are like a newer subscriber, I did attempt to start the series AGS from scratch once. It wasn't received very well because it wasn't structured the way a lot of people wanted it to be, I guess. So I'm going to attempt to restart it, but make it a little different, where, like you said, I try and get the hilt and the shards and all that stuff. So yes, actually, I do plan to do like an AGS from scratch. And lastly, what other games do you play? I can link you in the description to my 15K subscriber video, where I did like my setup. And in my setup, you can see like all my Xbox games, all my Xbox One games, and then I have a bunch of Steam games as well. Most recently, actually, because my internet was down, I was playing Steam in offline mode, and I beat Tomb Raider, which is a great game. But anyway, I play a lot of different games, so I can link you to the video in the description. Who is your favorite RuneScape streamer / YouTuber? Okay, this is a really hard one because I watch so many streamers and video makers and I enjoy all their content. So it feels really unfair to be like, this is my favorite, because I watch so many people and I think they're so great. So it's really hard to pick one, but I will for the sake of the video, and I'll just say Bodhi. He's got great videos. His Iron Man series is insane dedication to the game. Like, he does some crazy shit that I would never do, and he does it without trading, so it's pretty impressive. Not to mention the whole charity thing he did is probably one of the most impressive charity gaming things I've ever seen, especially for RuneScape, so big props to that. And yeah, the Ginger Legend. This guy has got a ton of questions, so I just picked a few of them. Number 1, how old am I? I am 17 years old. I know a lot of people on stream always think I'm way older than that. They're like, you're not 17. I'm just like, yeah. Number 2, biggest accomplishment IRL and RuneScape. In RuneScape, I don't know, that's a hard one. Getting 3rd age is probably the most exciting thing. Like, it's the most rare thing I could have done on the game, so I want to say, like, 3rd age. But then again, on my live account, like the live game account, I have 1199s, like 60 mil strength XP. I have a lot of, accomplishments on there. But apart from that, I would say my favorite accomplishment on RuneScape would be that I have 99 Slayer on my live account, and I have 90 plus Slayer on my 07 account, so that's pretty cute. And then IRL, I don't know, I haven't really, done a ridiculous amount of cool stuff IRL. I mean, I've had a 4.0 GPA from freshman year on, so hopefully I can carry that on into senior year. That's pretty cool, I guess. I don't know. Apart from that, I don't know, I guess, other than, sports things, I do start both ways for football, so that's pretty cool, I guess. We'll go with that. Most rebellious thing I've ever done. I play RuneScape, dude. I don't do shit. How far have I ever gotten with a girl? Okay, here we go. This is another good story. So, it's all started like this. Pretty much, I invited her over to my house. She was in my room when I got home. So, I sit down and we're just talking for a little bit. And I start pressing some buttons. She starts lighting up. Then one really bright light turns on and I'm ready to go. Then I opened her browser, typed in RuneScape.com, logged in, and well, we got the business. Do you plan to make more tips and tricks videos? Do you mean guides? If so, yes. What do you plan to study in college? I don't know yet. I would like to do something with athletic training because I really enjoy sports and I enjoy lifting weights, and my monitor just... okay. Anyway, I really enjoy lifting and I enjoy sports, but at the same time, my favorite high school class was definitely psychology. But a lot of people I've been talking to on stream, and they're like, if you get a psychology degree, it's so general, and people are just like, it's a psychology degree, you know what I mean? So, I don't know, I'm keeping my options open. Where would RS be without 07? I like this question. Where would RS be without 07? RuneScape 3 is growing currently, so I think the game would be fine. But the problem is that 07 has given the game so much publicity. Before 07 came out, there were none of these bigger people that were streaming. Bodhi pretty much came back, SparkMac pretty much came back to solid video making. I mean, I honestly don't know a lot of people's background as far as Paul, aka Faux Freedom, Josh, aka Son on Old School. I don't know a lot of these people's background. I don't know if they did this you know, video making and streaming before EOC? I don't really know. However, all I know is that 07, while it is a smaller game than RS3, publicly is huge. Like, there's such a greater audience for 07, so I think it would really have a detrimental effect to Jagex right now if they didn't release 07. And then secondly, what do you think RuneScape would be like if they stopped after the dungeoneering update? I think it would have more players than 07 and RuneScape 3 combined. People loved it. People loved the old combat system, and as overpowered as stuff like Claws and Karasi were, it kept people playing, it kept PKing interesting, and I don't know. I feel like it'd be a lot more lively of a game than it is right now. Even though I think it's great right now, I just feel like if they stopped after dungeoneering, it would be... Do you wish you never started RuneScape? No regrets. Not even a letter. This is an interesting question. If all of your subscribers walked past you in a single file line, how long do you think it would take them? See, there's so many variables there, like who is walking by me? Like, are they all me? Because if they're all me, it's going to take a while. Like, I'm going to give you a real-life example. Like, earlier this week, we had to, like, walk downtown to do something for class. And it's me, my guy friend, and then a girl teacher and 2 girls. They're like a mile ahead of us. Like, I swear to God, if you're a female, you have this built-in little engine where you're just like you think you're like soccer mom shoe shopping like all the time, and you just walk fast as shit. And I'm just like, why? What? Can we not just like lean back? Come on, lean back. Can we not just relax a little bit? Like, I don't know. It could take a very, very long time, I imagine. Is this a stupid question? It doesn't fit on my head, but is this a stupid answer? Why do you have such a fat ass? You know what to do with that big fat butt. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Where do you see yourself in a year? Well, hopefully in a year I'm going to be attending a community college for my first 2 years of college. That way I can save a lot of money because I don't know what I want to major in yet. So hopefully we'll be attending college and still be live streaming / video making because I love it. Hopefully, time permitting, I would still love to be doing pretty much what I'm doing right now, except school is more advanced. What initially got you into making videos? I would say I made my first video when I was like 12 years old on my old channel. And I would say I really enjoyed RuneScape videos. I watched So Solid 2K, Fat Wreck, Dude Fish, Shy Steph, Kids Range, I mean, there's so many that I watched back then. And I always just thought it was really cool, and so, you know, why not? I presume that my first videos that I ever made were just AIDS, but I don't know. I just always thought it would be a cool thing to do. 10 duck-sized horses, or 1 horse-sized duck. I'm going to go with 1 horse-sized duck. Now, that's a simple answer because if you have ever seen the movie Puss in Boots, it's like the most recent version of it. I don't know, it's like a Disney movie. It's called Puss in Boots, right? At some point in this movie, there's this like chick. It's like a little chick. And it is the coolest thing ever. Like, he rides this chick, and the chick is like flying. And it's... If you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. If you haven't seen the movie, you don't know what I'm talking about, and this is the stupidest thing you've ever heard, but that's my answer. Where does the name Mr. Mammal come from? The name Mr. Mammal... A lot of people, I feel like, think I'm going to have, like, this awesome answer, and it's just not. I got an Xbox 360 like 3 or 4 years ago, so I randomly generated a gamer tag, and the word mammal was in the gamer tag, and I thought Mr. Mammal was catchy. That's it. Whoa, Mr. Mammal, you changed shirts. Yeah, I know. You guys asked a lot of questions. I had to do this in more than one take. What is your advice for people trying to become more popular on YouTube and Twitch? Well, I get asked this question a lot, and my best advice is to just be yourself, really. You shouldn't become known for trying to copy someone else and doing videos like someone else. Like, you can't watch someone's video and say, oh, I want to make videos just like him. You can take ideas from other YouTubers, but at the end of the day, you want to be known as being your own person on YouTube, so try and just have fun with your videos, and try and make yourself different from everyone else. And all you can really do is just put forth your best effort and see where you go. How much do you make with Twitch and YouTube combined? Well, I cannot tell you exactly how much I make because of contractual obligations. However, I can confirm that in a year, I make somewhere between $1 and $1 million. It's definitely somewhere in that range. Just out for a rip. Just out for a rip. Ooh, fuck yeah, bud. Oh god. Has Shrek ever visited you and filled your butthole with his love? It's all ogre now. And time for the last question. Do you play RuneScape? What the fuck is RuneScape? Alrighty guys, well that is going to be it for this Q&A. I hope you guys all did enjoy. I apologize that I couldn't answer like all of your questions. There were like 300 comments on the video, and obviously I can't answer 300 comments in a video, otherwise it would be like an hour long. So if I didn't answer your question, I apologize. If you do really want your question answered and I didn't answer it in this video, my best recommendation is literally to just watch one of my Twitch live streams and ask there. Because if you think about it, a Twitch live stream is pretty much like a 3-hour Q&A session, pretty much. So if you really did want your question answered and I didn't get to it, just feel free to stop by one of my live streams and ask again. Hope you guys all enjoyed the Q&A. I just want to say thank you so much again for 20k subscribers. I had a lot of fun answering your questions. And with that, I guess the last thing I have to do is show you my ALS Ice Bucket Challenge as I promised. And also, in the last like 2 minutes of the video, you could kind of see part of my pop filter. And I'm sorry about that. I don't know why I didn't move it away far enough. But anyway, Ice Bucket Challenge. So, just so you can't say this isn't an ice bucket challenge, we got ice. Bucket. Oh my god!